What's up, y'all? This is Awaken Instantly, the first official live of Awaken Instantly. You know, so we're going to explain consciousness, how to find consciousness. Consciousness is something within you. You can find it within you. Like people say, go within, you go within. Or you can go without, but it's still within you because you're gonna feel it. It's just the true consciousness, man, is consciousness. You how you see something, you feel it, you see its nature. That's consciousness. It's just awareness. It's all it is. It's of course it's peaceful because it's just what it is. It doesn't have to be anything added onto it because it's not physical. It's more so energy. You know what I'm saying? It's spiritual. It has nothing to do with any physical, you know, tangents or none of that. Nothing to do with that. It's energy. You will make a shift towards that consciousness. That's all it is. It's just being. You know how you're in a critical situation, you're life threatening or severe, you know, that requires you to be present. It requires you to be involved, which is consciousness, which is present. You got to be present, you know. Hello, Layla. How you doing? How you doing, Layla? How you doing, Layla? Shh. Don't make a noise because I'm making a video. So you know how you're in a critical situation? It requires you to be, somewhat conscious. You got to be present. That's what consciousness is, requiring you to be present. It's not the requirement. In a critical situation, it requires you to be, involved. It requires you to just be there, because you need to be present. That's what consciousness is. You know what I'm saying? It's just presence. You know, consciousness is just being, y'all. That's just what it is. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're participating, just involve yourself in it with consciousness. Be present, not with your thoughts. Just because you're thinking of something, you're focused on it, does not mean you're conscious. You're just in the field of thinking. That's what you are. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have to be, present. You got to be there with it. And it's not forced. Um, it's a shift. You know what I'm saying? It's not forced. It's a shift. It's an energetic shift because I had a moment where I just put myself in the present moment and boom, I just shifted. Like, whoa, I felt so like I was in the world, but I was just very whole, like a fully operating just machine. Like, man, bro. Like I just find the other half of a whole. Like it was just crazy because it's the conscious, it's your soul. You was operating out of your mind. You was drained. You was this because you was in that negative thinking. But once you apply consciousness, it really changes the whole game. That's what it is, y'all. Consciousness. You got to just tap in and find that consciousness by just being present, no matter what circumstances. Usually times or when things are not going away, going your own way is the best time to find consciousness, because it gives you time to introspect and be deep and go, within. You know, that's all it is. You just got to be more evolved in presence. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Just be involved in full being. You're just there. You know how when you're aware, everything is kind of silent. You just feel quiet. Your thoughts are quieting, but you're just aware. That's what it is. It shuts down the thinking because your thinking's in a mode. It's an on and off. It's duality. It's phase of duality. But that awareness is not. It's just peaceful. It's just there, like, and it just expands. It just keeps going. You know what I'm saying? That's what consciousness is. You're involved. So you have to be conscious. That's all it is. You can even search what conscious means. It means to be aware of one's surroundings, awake. Instead of you being, sub-awake, you're being actually awake. You can't be conscious without being conscious. You think you're conscious doing something because it's became a habit. It's became a part of you, but you're not really conscious of it because you're going to see finer details and things that you will see because it requires you to be conscious, right? You just be there. But your consciousness makes you conscious, not you knowing something makes you conscious. That's just judgment within your brain or from these programs, your habits from retaining information. Consciousness is just consciousness. It's just awareness. It's presence. You got to allow yourself to be present without your mind, because your mind judges things, places, people, and scenarios. You have to just be there no matter what, because if you be conscious, bro, what's going to happen is your mind or whatever around you is just going to shut down. Everything's going to be still in place, but it's going to shut down. You're going to feel peace. Like, it's going to feel like you're empty. Like, what is going on? No, that's not empty. You just started just being what consciousness is. If you just allow yourself to be, trust me, you're going to shift. You're going to shift because time is going to kind of slow down because you're in that singularity, type of state, a singularized state, not in a dual state. That's why everything is like, it feels like it's evaporating into one, because that is what consciousness is. It's singularity. It's not duality, So you will experience that when you embrace true consciousness by just being present. It doesn't matter what you're doing, You could be laying on the ground. You could be walking. Why don't you involve consciousness? Why you just do it autopilot? Nah, why you just do it mechanically because so-and-so told you or whatever, or to meet a standard? Why don't you just involve consciousness? Why don't you just feel, your soles in your feet, or, the wind, the birds chirping? Why don't you just be more aware? Even if it's for like a millisecond, because if you keep doing it throughout the day, man, you're doing things with consciousness, and consciousness, it does something to your brain. Like it turns your brain on to work because you're just being conscious. It's going to kind of change your frequency, your altitude. You're going to be more of the theta to delta state frequency, which is going to make you more conscious, but you got to apply this habitually into your life. And your thoughts are not going to really matter as much. They're going to be there because, your thoughts are powerful. They're not a bad thing, but you're not only your thoughts. You're rising above your thoughts and embracing true consciousness. And that's what it's going to be when you embrace true consciousness. It's not even hard, y'all. You just got to be more present with your life. It is going to be overwhelming because you've been distracted and disgruntled by your thoughts, your thinking, your persistent thought process that has been going on since you was born, coming to this, physical existence. You got to override that while just being present, over and over again. You got to train your brain to just be more present with whatever you're doing, and it's going to change your brain into neural networks, and it's going to do it. That because that's what happened to me a couple years ago. Like, guys, because I was not like an avid meditator like that. You know, I didn't go to no retreat or monks or whatever. What went on is like I was just outside in the basketball court, you know, doing that activity. You're supposed to be sweating and you're just moving, hyperactive. I literally just went outside and I was just sitting down, just chilling. And I just told myself to just be aware, just be there. Like I was just staring into space, just with awareness. And man, bro, time just went on, and I noticed I shifted. Like, yo, it's like I was like out of space. It's like I was out of place in a good way, but I was conscious though. Like, yo, like I feel whole. Like that's like a glimpse of, you know, like that true state, that nirvana. Like that's if you truly embrace consciousness, y'all, and that's what it is. That's how you find it. So we're gonna do another one of this, y'all, to find true consciousness. It's not even, you know, hard. It's you know, with us. It's within us.